everything we took as a child, nothing was cherry flavored, nothing was blueberry flavored. There was, beside the only thing we took that we looked forward to after taking our 666 or whatever nasty concoction we were made to get was Flintstone vitamins. One a day Flintstone. That is the only thing. And we would get mad when our favorite flavor was gone. But that was the only thing that had a sweet or non-bitter. Oh, bitter wow, to Chicago. Yeah, so it's either you went up north or you went to like the Midwest from the South. Most of the people from the South, if you ended up out of the South. So from Greenville, South Carolina, oh, Greenville, Mississippi, sorry, to Chicago, because there's a Greenville, South Carolina too. Kevin says from the South, parents from deep South, Oakville, Mississippi. Listen, there are some stories there. There are some lessons and history. One thing you remember vividly, the black tar tree for white, clean, and healthy. Listen, child, I am the stuff I have been speaking to my family here about, the different herbs and the different trees and the how to get rid of everything from high blood pressure to gout to um, you know, gum disease, all of that. It's miraculous. And even speaking to my aunts who have been sharing more about what my grandfather, who was like the doctor, because he didn't go to the doctor, he didn't believe in doctors. What they have been sharing with me. So I can't wait to open that up. Mainly Savannah, Georgia, and the Carolinas. You have a Gullah Geechee connection from your dad's side and want to learn more about that side of Alabama from your mom's side. Listen, when you start to learn and when you start to realize, and I have notes here as well, there's a video too that I'm going to recommend because I thought it was really well put together. It is the importance of practicing ancestors worship, and it's PBS Circle, I think is the name of the YouTube channel. And basically, there are experts that are speaking about this, experts that I want to connect with. Most of them are in Charleston. I am going to Charleston and I want to set up time to really speak to people who have a more comprehensive breakdown of these stories. And so the name of the video is Uncovering the Power of Hoodoo. That's it. Sorry. The YouTube video name is Uncovering the Power of Hoodoo, and it's PBS Voices. And hoodoo is literally the combination of Christianity and West African religions, not religions, but spirituality, I should say. And it's practices that were brought from the motherland, but were feared by the people who owned us and brought us over here. And so they started to punish us for practicing these things. And so I believe that we at this time need to know about them because there was some power. And like I said, the people like Nat Turner, the people like Harriet Tubman, people that we pay honor and homage to for being such a big part of our liberation or at least advancement are people who practice West African. There's a woman named Dr. Camilla Martin, who I'm going to find her, child. I'm going to find her. I'm putting it out there. I will find her because I want to talk to her. And hoodoo just simply means healing, and it could mean harming now. It depends, right? But it was the only thing, or primarily the only thing that all of us, all of our ancestors were able to bring over onto the ship. Yes, we brought language, but we know that was stripped. Yes, we brought language, but we know that was stripped. But our spirituality that was brought from the motherland, even though it was stripped, there are still stories. There are still people who understand. There are still people who practice. There is this town in Colombia that I had the chance to visit. I told y'all I'm drawn to certain places, Palenque, and they literally still practice. It's a free governing town, meaning they govern themselves in that town. They're known as the first freed town in the Americas, and they literally still practice their traditions, the traditions from West Africa. When you visit that town, it will bring tears to your eyes. The pride, the ceremonial practices that are still on display. This is the type of knowledge quest I'm on. And so let me go get back to see who else. Castor oil was a mainstay in the house. Listen, castor oil, my aunt was talking about castor oil the other day and how you had to take it. Also, what else did she talk about? Castor oil. She talked about catnip tea. She talked about, there was another, did she say turpentine? She might have said turpentine, child. Listen, we need to get back to all of that. Golden seal. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, golden seal. And we need to be preventative. Like Dante says, he talked about rarely getting sick. Yes, cod liver oil was another one. Yes, that was the one my mom was talking about. She was like, Lord, between castor oil and cod liver oil, but they didn't get sick. Your grandmama clipped your ends on the full moon. Oh, wow. And there's a full moon in 8 or 7 days. We don't even learn about the power, the energizing forces that the full moon offers or the sunrises. And that is absolutely intentional, absolutely intentional. And almost every indigenous community pays homage in some way to the power of the moon and the sun. Hey, all the things. Yes, connected back to our roots. The herbs are our history. Absolutely. Absolutely. And the dishes that, like the food that we love so much, like because of the flavors and the seasonings, those were created medicinally as well. So anything from like cinnamon, like we talked about it already, to fennel, like just things, leeks and parsley and cilantro, all of those things, or whatever herbs that were picked out of the fields, absolutely were paired together, not just for flavor, but for medicinal reasons as well. Tanya says, my dad gave you cod liver oil and castor oil, and you listen. We used to have to take that stuff too. We used to, everything we took as a child, nothing was cherry flavored, nothing was blueberry flavored. There was, beside the only thing we took that we looked forward to after taking our 666 or whatever nasty concoction we were made to get was Flintstone vitamins. One a day Flintstone. That is the only thing. And we we would get mad when our favorite flavor was gone. But that was the only thing that had a sweet or non-bitter taste.